Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we are diving into a very important topic that every baker should know. How to tell if your baking powder is still active and usable. Before we go into the test, let's first understand what baking powder is and why it plays such a major role in baking. Baking powder is a leavening agent, which simply means it helps baked goods rise. It's made up of a combination of baking soda and acid like cream of tartar and a moisture-absorbing agent like cornstarch. When baking powder is mixed into a batter or dough and it comes in contact with moisture and heat, it produces carbon dioxide gas. This little gas bubbles gets trapped in the mixture, making it rise and giving your cake, pancake or donut that lovely fluffy texture we all love. If your baking powder is not active, your baked goods will turn out flat, dense and heavy, no matter how perfect your recipe is. That is why it's very important to make sure your baking powder is still fresh and effective before you bake. You can see here, I'm holding 3 different types of baking powder. These are just a few examples of what you might see when you go to the market or supermarket. Baking powder comes in different brands, packages and even strengths. Some are labeled as single acting, while others are double acting, which is the more common one in most shops. Double acting baking powder means it reacts twice. Even though they look different on the outside, what really matters is whether the baking powder is still active and effective. That's why I always recommend testing it before use. In this video, I'll be showing you a quick and easy method to test if your baking powder is still active. And you don't need any fancy tools. You only need your warm water and your baking powder. That's it. Let's begin. First, get a clean bowl or a cup. In this video, I'll be using a glass cup. Adding about half teaspoon or tablespoon of baking powder into it. Then pour in a small amount of water, not cold water. Make sure the water is room temperature. And there you have it. As you can clearly see, the baking powder is bubbling nicely. That's a very good sign. This simple reaction tells us more important thing. Our baking powder is active and fresh, which means it's ready to work its magic in all your baking recipes. Now, why is this so important? Baking powder is what gives your baked goods that lovely rise, making your cakes soft, your pancakes fluffy, and your dough light and airy. Now, why is this so important? Baking powder is what gives your baked goods that lovely rise, making your cakes soft, your pancakes fluffy, and your dough light and airy. You will also notice earlier in the video that I showed 3 different baking powders. That's because not all baking powders are the same. Some are double acting, some are single acting, and some don't work well at all, depending on how they have been stored. So when buying baking powder, make sure you check the expiring date and buy from trusted brands or sellers. So now that we have confirmed our baking powder is fresh and active, we are good to go. This means better results for our cakes, cupcakes, cookies and more. Your baked treats will rise beautifully, have a soft crumb and taste just the way they should. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more simple and practical baking tips like this one.